Hello. Long time no see, huh? I know I've been very absent from YouTube lately, and that's because I've been super busy and haven't had time to film or edit videos. So, yeah. Anyway, today I am doing a super exciting video announcing the next round of Demigodathon. I'm so excited. Also, I just have to share my sweater. It's a no bones day. I love it. I got it for my birthday and I'm obsessed with it. I wear it all the time. Anyway, right. I guess let's get right into it. But first, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to hit that thumbs up button, that would be great. And hit the bell so you don't miss any of the videos I never post. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or my other social medias, those will all be linked down below as well. So, Demigodathon. If you don't know, I created Demigodathon, which is a Percy Jackson themed readathon, and we did our first round last March. Was it? I think it was March. Last March we did our first round of Demigodathon. It was a lot of fun, and there was kind of a capture the flag theme. We had red team and blue team, and we sort of had a friendly competition, and that was fun. But I wanted to do a second round of Demigodathon this December. Very exciting, and I know I'm kind of close here with the announcement video. I swear I meant to announce it earlier, and I just kept forgetting to film the video. Anyway, despite the late notice, I hope you guys can still join in, and it's just kind of a super chill, super fun little readathon. And I'll leave the Demigodathon Instagram link down below, because if you're going to join, you definitely want to go follow that, because that's where all of the things will be happening. So make sure you do that. But basically, here's how it goes. So if you've never read Percy Jackson before, don't even worry about it. You don't have to read Percy Jackson to participate. It is just, you know, Percy Jackson themed. But you don't have to read Percy Jackson. You don't have to know it. You don't even have to like it. You know, if you want to participate anyway, that would be great, and we would love to have you. Now, this round is called Christmas at Camp. Not because it has anything to do with Christmas, but just because it's taking place in December, and Christmas and camp both start with C. That's it. That's my logic behind that. I really like the alliteration. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, it has nothing to do with Christmas, so don't even worry about it. It's just a winter theme. And if it's not winter where you are, I'm sorry. Well, it's winter in New York, and that's where Percy Jackson takes place, so that's what we're going with. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. So I gotta get my prompts out. Here we go. All right, so last time, like I said, we did a capture the flag theme, and there were different godly parents on each team, and based on the gods that were on each team, you read prompts based on them. This time is going to be different. We are doing a build your own adventure, build your own quest kind of thing. I'm very excited about it. So, if you don't know, the one Percy Jackson book that takes place during the winter is The Titan's Curse, which is the third book, also happens to be my favorite book. So some of these prompts are Titan's Curse themed. Once again, you don't have to know The Titan's Curse to like participate. It's just the theme. Okay. Disclaimers. Okay. Right. So it's a choose your own adventure kind of thing. So I believe I have 10. Yes. I have 10 prompts here, and each 10 prompt responds to an aspect of your quest, and that's it. So if you have read Percy Jackson, you know that the only thing you need to go on a quest is a prophecy. So even though there are 10 prompts, you by no means have to read 10 books. All you have to do is read one book to get your prophecy and go on your quest, and that's it. So you read one book in the month of December and you win. A+ for you. So the first prompt to get your prophecy is, does your prophecy spell success or doom? You can read any book under the sun, and it's based on your rating. So if you rate it Under 3 stars, that means your prophecy is not so good. And if you rate it 3 stars or over, that means that your prophecy is looking great. So that's it. That's all you have to do to win this readathon. Now, for those of you who want to go further, I have 9 other prompts for you. So let me just zoom in here. Come on, zoom. Work with me. Damn it. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. If I'm looking down a lot, it's because I have my laptop on the floor and that's what I'm reading the prompts off of, just so you know. All right, so prompt number 2 is, who are you? So I have 4 options for this. If you want to be a camper or, a demigod, read a book based on Greek mythology, Greek or Roman, or a book that is set in Greece or Rome. And for Rome, I know that Rome now is just a city, so I'm going to expand that to all of Italy. So read a book set in Italy. So that's if you want to be a demigod. If you want to be a satyr, read a book featuring mythical creatures. This could be any mythical creature. So werewolves, satyrs, unicorns, vampires, etc. All right, if you want to be a hunter of Artemis, because they are a big part in the Titan's Curse, you're going to read a book with a strong female friendship. So a book where the main character is a female and has a female best friend and they're tight. They're like this. What am I saying? Anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, if you want to be a god or goddess, you're going to read a book with an immersive world. And this could be, typically when I think of immersive world, I think of fantasy, but it could be contemporary too, or historical fiction, or any book that just makes you really feel like you are living right inside of it. All right, prompt number 3. Who are you questing with? If you have read Percy Jackson, you know that 3 is the magic number for quests, so that would be you and 2 other people. However, who am I to tell you how many people to take on your quest? I'm not Chiron, I don't rule over you. So I have 5 options for people you want to take on your quest. You could do 1, you could do 0, you could do all 5. Even in the Titan's Curse, they break the rules and they take like 6 people on this quest. So do whatever you want, All right. Anyway, just putting it out there that 3 is the magic number for quests. But like I said, do whatever you want. All right. If you want to go on a quest with Annabeth, you're going to read a book with a blonde main character. If you want to go on a quest with Percy, you're going to read a book with a blue cover. If you want to go on a quest with Grover, you're going to read a book of which has 2 POVs told from 2 best friends. If you want to go on the quest with Talia, you're going to read a book with a strong female main character. And if you want to go on a quest with Nico, you're going to read a book with ghosts. So those are our 5 options. Of course, we have our golden trio, and then I threw in Talia and Nico in there because they are big characters in the Titan's Curse. All right, number 4. Which god is secretly plotting against you? So I have 3 options for this. And if you don't want a god to secretly plot against you, which is very understandable, just skip this prompt. All right, so number 1, Hades. If you want it to be Hades, read a book with a dark cover, black, gray, navy, whatever, just dark colors. If you want it to be Zeus, you're going to read a book with a royal main character, king, queen, princess, prince, that kind of thing. All right, and if you want it to be Hera, read a book with a crown on the cover or in the title. And this can also be like the word queen or princess. If it has like a princess on the cover or the word princess in the title, I'll give that to you. You can stretch these a little bit. Like I said, this readathon is pretty chill. So, if you need to alter the prompts a little to fit what you have in your library or what you have on your TBR, totally do that. All right, number 5. Now, we all know that our demigods in these books often have a short time constraint on finishing their quest. So, prompt number 5 is, how much time do you have to complete your quest? So for this one, if you want to have 2 days, you're going to read a book with 200 pages. If you want to have 3 days, 300 pages, so on, so on. So you kind of have to balance, you know, you can read a super short book, like 100 pages, but then you only have one day to do your quest. And if you want to, you can have like a whole week, but then you have to read a book that's 700 pages long. So, you know, that's that. All right, so number 6 is, which monster will you narrowly escape from? So if you want it to be the Minotaur, read a retelling. If you want it to be a Hydra, read a book with a snake on the cover. If you want it to be Kelly, who is our Impuza friend, if you don't know, she's kind of like this vampire, steampunk vampire bull crossbreed. It's hard to explain, but she's in the Percy Jackson books and she poses as a cheerleader in Percy's high school, which is why for her, I have the prompt being read a book set in high school. If you want it to be the Furies, you're going to read a book in a trilogy. You don't necessarily have to read a whole trilogy, just read, you know, it can be the first, second, or third book, but just a book that's part of a trilogy. And if you want it to be a Hellhound, you're going to read a book where the main character has an animal sidekick. All right, so number 7. We know that our demigods usually have to travel across the country or even out of the country. And so you need a mode of transportation. So number 7 is, what is your mode of transportation? So I've got 3 options here. Public transport. If you're taking public transport, trains, buses, cars, blah, blah, blah. I guess not cars. Well, you know what I mean. Trains, buses, planes. Are planes public transport? I don't even know. Whatever. You're going to read a book set in the city for public transport. If you're going on foot, you're going to read a historical fiction book. And if you're taking the Grey Sisters taxi, you're going to read a book with multiple point of views. If you haven't read Percy Jackson and you don't know the Grey Sisters taxi, it is a taxi driven by 3 sisters, except for that they all share one eye and one tooth between the 3 of them, and the one who has the eye is not always the one who's driving. So, you know, you might not want to risk your life in that way. But if you do, go for it. All right, so number 8, where is your final destination? Wherever you want your big boss battle, your final stand to take place, you're going to read a book set in that place. So, number 9, do you succeed? Is your quest successful? This one doesn't have a book for it. It's just, if you read 4 or more books this month, then yes, you succeed. If you read less than that, then no. It doesn't mean that you failed the readathon. It just means that your quest wasn't so successful. I made it 4 just because I feel like that's kind of average, like a book a week. If you guys feel like that's too unattainable, let me know in the comments or DM me and I can totally change that. But I thought that that was a pretty good goal. So if you guys are like, what the hell, I've never read 4 books in a month in my life, then let me know and I can lower it down. But yeah, I feel that that's pretty good. Okay, and prompt number 10 is, which god rewards you for a job well done? If you want it to be Artemis, read a book with silver on the cover. If you want it to be Apollo, read a book with a sun on the cover or the word sun in the title. If you want it to be Athena, you're going to read a book with a super smart main character. And if you want it to be Hestia, you're going to read an underrated book. Now for underrated, I'm talking underrated. Like if it was on the New York Times bestseller list, honey, that's not underrated. Listen, do what you want. If you want to read the Legend trilogy for underrated, do it. But I'm just letting you know, that's not exactly underrated. That shit, I should not curse. Those books debuted on the New York Times bestseller list. So that is not what I would consider underrated. I'm talking like super underrated. No one on Bookstagram has ever heard of it. But like I said, I'm not in charge of you. Do what you want. So that is our 10 prompts for Demigodathon. And if you forget them, don't worry about it. I will leave a link to my blog post down below and you can read them. And yes, So anything I forgot in this video will also be in that blog post. I'm pretty sure I mentioned everything. Oh, I know what I forgot. If you want to join our Discord channel, I'll leave that link down below. You can chat with a bunch of other demigods about Percy Jackson, about life, about reading, about whatever. We always have a super fun time over there, and we do reading sprints, so check that out. Make sure you follow the Demigodathon Instagram. Again, I'll link it down below. That is where I will be doing some live shows and that sort of stuff. As we get closer to the readathon date, I will share some templates to share your TBR for Instagram stories on that Instagram. And if you want to tag me in anything, I'll be sure to repost it so that all of our lovely demigod community can see. So if you make any TBR blog post, reading, vlog, Instagram post, whatever, make sure you tag me so that I can repost it. And yeah, so if you have any questions that I didn't cover, leave a comment down below or DM me and I will let you know. If there's anything I forgot, it will most likely be in that blog post, and if it's not, it will be on the Instagram. So you definitely want to make sure you follow that Instagram if possible. And that's it, I think. Let me think. Nope, I think that's it. So, yes, make sure you follow all the social medias. Make sure you follow all of my regular social medias if you feel like it. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all join in our December readathon, and I will be sharing my possible TBR very soon. I definitely won't stick to it because I'm a horrible mood reader, but I'll try. Anyway, so yeah, I think that is it. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up and start planning out those TBRs because December is like next week, which is wild. All right. Have a lovely day and or night, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.